The 7 Habits of Abundance, a narration in the voice of Gibran, Khalil Gibran. Invocation. Come and sit with me a while, for the lamps of the city are lit and the merchants have closed their stalls, and now there is time for the question you did not dare ask in the daylight. You came to me holding your hands like 2 empty bowls, and you said, "Teacher, speak to us of riches. Tell us how the few grow full while the many grow weary. For we have labored, and still the granary echoes Dodesesh." And I smiled, because the question is older than the first coin and younger than the breath you are taking now. Hear me then. I will not give you the cunning of the marketplace, for that knowledge is cheap, and the streets are loud with it. I will give you instead the 7 habits of the soul that is friend to abundance, the 7 doors through which wealth comes, and the 7 hinges upon which it chooses to remain. For gold is a shy guest. It does not stay in the house that grasps it. It lingers only where it is welcomed and well used and unfeared. The first habit, the open hand. The first habit is this: give before you are asked, and give before you are full. You believe you must first gather, and then, when the storehouse overflows, you will give. But I tell you, the storehouse never overflows for the one who waits to overflow. It is the open hand that the river fills, and the closed fist that the river passes by. Look upon the tree heavy with figs. It does not say, "I will keep my fruit until my roots are deep enough." It gives, and in the giving it makes room for the next season's bearing. The bough that holds its fruit too long grows bitter, and the fruit rots upon the branch. So it is with you. When you give a measure of what little you have, you tell the unseen that you are a vessel through which good things move. And the unseen loves a moving thing and fills it again and again. The miser guards a single coin as a dragon guards a mountain, and at the end of his days he has only the coin and the fear and the cold. But the generous one has spent his life as a doorway, and the whole house of plenty has passed through him. Give then, not from your surplus, but from your trust. The second habit, love made visible. The second habit, make of your work a thing of love, and the wealth will follow as the shadow follows the walker. You ask how the prosperous became prosperous, and you imagine some secret of the ledger, some trick of the scale. But I have watched them, and I tell you their secret is no secret at all. They poured themselves into the task as the river pours itself into the valley, for work is love made visible. And when you weave the cloth with threads drawn from your own heart, the one who buys it buys a piece of your devotion, and he returns, and he brings his brothers, and your name becomes a word spoken with trust in the houses of the city. But if you bake the bread with indifference, you bake a bitter bread that feeds the body and starves the spirit, and the buyer eats once and does not return. Do not seek the work that pays the most. Seek the work into which you may disappear, the labor that makes the hours short and the evenings sweet. For abundance is not drawn to the anxious craftsman who counts his coins as he works. It is drawn to the one who has forgotten the coins entirely, lost in the joy of the making. Wealth is the perfume that rises from work well loved. You cannot chase the perfume, you can only tend the flower. The third habit, the welcoming vessel. The third habit, learn to receive without shame, for the one who cannot receive cannot be filled. Strange it is. I have known many who could give and could not take. They press their gifts upon their neighbors, yet when the neighbor offers in return, they say, "No, no, it is too much," and they push the good thing away as though it were a sorrow. But hear me, the giver and the receiver are two hands of the same body. When you refuse the gift, you wound the giver, for you deny him the joy that you yourself so love to feel. And you teach the unseen a hard lesson, that you are a vessel turned upside down, that no rain may enter you. The earth does not apologize to the sky for the rain. The valley does not shrink in shame before the river. The flower does not refuse the bee. They open, they receive. And because they receive, they flourish. So when fortune knocks at your door, open it. When a man names a fair price for your labor, do not whisper it smaller. When the world offers you its hand, take it warmly and say thank you, and let your gratitude be the seed of the next giving. For abundance flows in a circle, and the one who blocks the receiving breaks the circle at his own gate. The fourth habit, the patience of the orchard. The fourth habit, plant for the harvest you may not see, and tend without counting the days. You who are young in this, you want the seed to be a tree by morning. You drop the kernel into the soil at dusk, and at dawn you dig it up to see if it has grown, and so you kill it with your wanting. But the one who is rich in spirit, and so becomes rich in fact, plants the olive, though it bears no fruit for 15 years. He plants it for the child he does not yet have, for the stranger who will rest in its shade, and he tends it through the dry years without bitterness, for he knows the orchard keeps its own counsel and its own calendar. This is the patience that the marketplace has forgotten. The merchant who grows fat does not grow fat in a season. He builds his name as the mason builds the wall. One stone, one day, one promise kept. And the wealth that comes quickly, like a flood, departs as quickly, leaving only the mud of regret. But the wealth that rises slowly, like the tide, rises also in the soul, and it stays, because the soul has grown large enough to hold it. Be patient then, as the farmer is patient with the rain. Your only task is to plant well, and to tend faithfully, and to leave the season to the keeper of seasons. The fifth habit, the cup that enlarges. The fifth habit, spend upon what enlarges you, and starve what only flatters you. There are two kinds of spending, and they wear the same coat, so that the foolish cannot tell them apart. The first kind buys the thing that the neighbor will admire, the golden cloak, the painted door, the feast that empties the purse for a single night's applause. This spending fills the eye and empties the man. It is a fire that warms you for an hour and leaves you colder than before. The second kind buys the thing that makes you more than you were, the book that opens a door in your mind, the tool that doubles the work of your hands, the teacher who shortens your road by 20 years, the rest that returns you to your labor with new fire. This spending is not loss, it is seed. And the one who learns to tell the seed from the ash will find his small means stretching further than another's fortune. For it is not how much passes through your hands that makes you rich, but how much of it returns to you grown. Ask of every coin you spend, will this make me smaller or larger? Will this leave me with a memory or with a power? And spend toward the larger self always, and you will never be poor, though your purse be light, for you yourself will have become the treasure. The sixth habit, the blessing of what is. The sixth habit, bless what you already hold, for the ungrateful hand repels the very thing it reaches for. I have seen the man with a single loaf curse the smallness of it, and I have seen the man with a single loaf break it open with a song and share it, and somehow there was enough. The difference between them was not the loaf. It was the eye that looked upon the loaf. Gratitude is the most secret of the habits and the most powerful, for it changes nothing in the world and everything in the one who holds it. The one who counts his lacks teaches himself that he is empty, and the world, hearing him, agrees and keeps him empty. But the one who counts his blessings teaches himself that he is a man of means, and the world, hearing him, agrees and brings him more to count. Do not wait for the great fortune to be grateful. Be grateful for the bread on the board, the roof against the rain, the friend at the table, the breath in the chest, the work of your hands, and the strength to do it. For abundance is not a sum in a ledger, it is a way of seeing. And the one who has learned to see his life as already rich has already arrived at the place the others are still running toward. The seventh habit, the unfettered river. And the seventh habit, the last and the highest, look upon the river. It is generous beyond all the treasuries of kings, for it gives all of itself to the sea, every drop withholding nothing. And because it gives all, it is never empty. The mountains fill it again at the source endlessly. But the river that fears to lose itself and builds a wall to keep its waters becomes a stagnant pool, and the green scum grows upon it, and the creatures of the deep clean water die, and at last it is not a river at all, but a grave for water. So it is with your riches. Grip them, and they will grip you in return. You will not sleep for guarding them. You will see a thief in every friend, and a beggar in every brother. And the gold that should have been your servant will become your jailer, and you will be the poorest rich man in all the city. But hold your wealth as the open palm holds water, gently and ready to give, and it will stay with you as long as it is needed, and pass from you when its work is done, and you will be free, and being free, you will be rich in the only way that lasts. Benediction. These then are the seven, the open hand, the work that is love, the welcoming vessel, the patience of the orchard, the cup that enlarges, the blessing of what is, and the river that withholds nothing. Go now into your days. Do not memorize these words, for memorized words are dead leaves. Live them one at a time until they are no longer habits you practice, but the very shape of the soul you have become. And when at last you are full, truly full, in the chest, and not only in the coffer, remember the empty bowls you carried to me this evening, and find one who carries them still, and fill them. For that, and only that, is the secret of wealth that comes, and the secret of wealth that stays. Peace be upon your house, and upon your hands, and upon your labor. Go in abundance.